Treading lightly on the environment isn't just an important part of construction, but in deconstruction. Alan Martin explains the intricate process of taking apart the eastern span without leaving a trace.
This is what you won't see happen to the old eastern span.
If we were, someplace else, not here, somebody might just put a bunch of explosives across this, push the button, and it's in the water.
Brian Maroney is the chief engineer in charge of not only building the new bridge, but taking down the old one.
That's not exactly environmentally sensitive, right? So we're looking for maybe better ways to do that.
Brad McCrae with the Bay Conservation and Development Commission is in full agreement.
Blowing up the Bay Bridge would result in lead paint in the water, result in a degradation of water quality, it would harm fish.
It took 3 years to build this bridge. It could take twice as long to take it down, piece by piece.
The sequence that we follow to deconstruct this structure is very important. You pull out the wrong member first, it's a bad ending.
The goal is to avoid anything resembling what happened in the Loma Prieta earthquake, and agencies like BCDC will be monitoring the work to make sure the bay is protected from any fallout.
Even the smallest item that falls off the bridge has to be removed from the bay.
For 6 months, the work has been going on behind the scenes here to get ready to take the old bridge down. In fact, before the new span opens, they're going to strip the asphalt away from the roads on the old bridge, and then they're going to make their first cut in the steel right there in the middle of the cantilever. The span will look much like it did when it was being built in the early 30s, and using reverse engineering, they'll dismantle it the opposite way it was built.
It will be I gotta tell you, I think people will rent boats to come out and look at this, and from a distance you'll be able to look up at it and go, holy smokes.
It'll take about 2 years and $100 million just to get the cantilever down. After that, the other trusses come down piece by piece. Then the final phase involves taking down the steel towers. And even if he's successful, there's still the Coast Guard watching to make sure what's left of those towers is at least 10 feet below the bottom of the bay. Nothing can be left that would someday become a navigational hazard of any kind. Nevertheless, Maroney's committed to seeing it through.
In fact, I feel really good about being allowed to take this bridge down because, in a weird way, I kind of care about it.